Battle of the Brains, presented by Invest 529, Central Virginia's high school academic quiz show. Today's match features Ocean Lakes High School versus Princess Anne High School. Let's play.
Hello and welcome to Battle of the Brains and the first of our quarterfinal matches this season. I'm Cheryl Miller. Our high school academic quiz competition welcomes teams from schools all across the Commonwealth of Virginia competing for a share of $20,000 in scholarship money, courtesy of Invest 529 and the E.W. Scripps Foundation. Today's teams have made it through the first two rounds and are among the excellent 8 left in this season's competition. The winner of today's match is guaranteed at least $2,500 of that scholarship money. The academic athletes joining us today are representing last season's Battle of the Brains champions, the Dolphins of Ocean Lakes High School, coached by Miranda Blazer and Lisa Gibson. Ocean Lakes is a public high school in Virginia Beach. It houses the Math and Science Academy, which 30 years ago was one of the first of several magnet programs for that district. Also with us today, the Cavaliers of Princess Anne High School, coached by Jason Tomick. Princess Anne High School has about 1,800 students in Virginia Beach. It's home to the International Baccalaureate Magnet Center, welcoming students from across the city. A team from Princess Anne was the 2023 Battle of the Brains champions, so should be a great matchup today. It's wonderful to have all these students back with us today. Our match will consist of 3 toss-up rounds and a category round. Players will buzz in, but wait for me to call on them before giving their answer. Any interruption of questions with an incorrect answer brings a point deduction. There is no deduction for an incorrect answer to a completed question. All right, students, welcome back. Good luck. Here is the first toss-up round. Shambhala is considered to be an important earthly paradise by some practitioners of what ancient Asian religion? Tyler.
Hinduism?
That is incorrect. Ocean Lakes? Robinson?
Buddhism?
That is correct. In Greek mythology, Athena, Euryale, and Medusa, Robinson.
Gorgons?
That is correct. Sisters who had snakes for hair and could change men to stone with their glaze. Edelweiss and My Favorite Things are songs. Clark.
The Sound of Music.
Correct. From what 1965 movie soundtrack? In 1522, Juan Sebastian de Elcano completed his circumnavigation of the globe, having taken the place of what captain killed in battle the year before? Charlie.
Francis Magellan?
Say for me again?
Magellan?
Yes.
That is correct, yes. Ferdinand Magellan. The islands of Vitu-Lavu at Vanuatu and Tavituni are considered the big 3 of what Pacific Ocean country? Clark.
Hawaii.
That is incorrect. Princess Anne. Eleanor.
Indonesia.
It's actually Fiji. It did not cover the Ardennes forest, which was held to be impassable. What defensive line was circumvented? Rohan.
Maginot Line?
That is correct. Circumvented by the German army during the 1940 invasion of France. Mockingjay is the last book. Eleanor.
The Hunger Games.
That is correct, by Susan Collins. This baryon is composed of 2 up quarks and 1 down quark. It was discovered in 1918. Rohan.
Proton?
Correct. In math, what is another name for a circle chart? Tyler.
Pie chart?
Correct. What is the maximum number of points awarded for scoring a goal in professional lacrosse? Clark.
3.
That is incorrect. Princess Anne? Eleanor?
1.
It's actually 2. This is lacework made up of knotted heavy string or cord. Eleanor?
Macrame.
That is incorrect. The question is spell macrame. Clark?
M-A-C-R-A-M-E-T.
That is incorrect as well. M-A-C-R-A-M-E, no T.
Oh.
In 1990, excelling in both baseball and football, who became the first athlete to be chosen for 2 different All-Star games in professional sports? Dax.
Bo Jackson.
That is correct. All right, students, watch the monitors. Here's a question from a member of the Battle of the Brains Brainy Bunch.
Clementina Rind and her husband, William Rind, worked as printers in Williamsburg, publishing materials for the Virginia General Assembly and their own newspaper, titled what?
Charlie.
The Virginia Gazette?
That is correct. A motorcycle measures around 100. During a 2009 show in Ottawa, the band Kiss measured 136 at the soundboard. Eleanor.
Decibels.
That is correct. It's used to measure sound pressure levels. The magnetosphere consists of two zones of highly charged particles over the Earth. These zones are also known by the name of the American physicist Clark.
Van Allen belt.
That is correct. Who discovered them? The amino acid tryptophan, the element tungsten, and the SI unit of power are all abbreviated. Tyler.
P.
That is incorrect. Abbreviated by which letter? Lakes. Clark.
W.
That is correct. The Peggy Eaton affair took place during the presidency. Clark.
Andrew Jackson.
That is incorrect. I'll finish the question. The Peggy Eaton affair took place during the presidency of Andrew Jackson. During whose presidency did the Monica Lewinsky affair take place? Charlie.
Bill Clinton.
That is correct. President's Day is always the third Monday in which month? Noah.
February.
That is correct, celebrating Washington and Lincoln. You may need your pencil and paper. What is the sum of all the even positive integers less than 13, given that this is twice the sum of the integers? Tyler.
Could you repeat the question?
Yes. What is the sum of all the even positive integers less than 13, given that this is twice the sum of the integers from 1 to 6?
42.
That is correct. All right, that's the buzzer for the end of the first round. Good job by our teams. Up next, we'll introduce you to today's players, and then they'll tackle the category round here on Battle of the Brains. Stay with us.
Miss a week of Battle of the Brains? Want to catch up on the full season of play? Find full episodes on our YouTube channel. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores following the first toss-up round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from Ocean Lakes High School with 70 points. Our team from Princess Anne High School with 50 points. And we'll get back to our match just ahead. But first, we want to introduce you to today's players. First up, let's meet our team from Ocean Lakes High School. The Dolphins are coached by Miranda Blazer and Lisa Gibson. Our first player is junior Rohan Sagar. He's vice president of the Chemistry Club, enjoys playing the clarinet, and would like to study medicine. Our next player is Dax Yang, who is vice president of the Spanish Honor Society. He's a senior who enjoys playing basketball and soccer and wants to study biomedical engineering. Our team captain from Ocean Lakes is senior Clark Smith. Clark plays cello in the school's orchestra, is a member of the track and field and cross-country teams, and will be attending the University of Chicago, majoring in chemistry or physics. Congratulations. And wrapping up our team from Ocean Lakes is junior Robinson Chen, who is student body president and also citywide student government vice chair, and hopes to major in business. That's our team from Ocean Lakes High School. Great to have you here for this round. Now let's meet our team from Princess Anne High School. The Cavaliers are coached by Jason Tomick. Our first player is Charlie Crane, who is a sophomore, is a member of the school's marching band, plays the alto saxophone, and enjoys writing and reading. His favorite subject is history. Our team captain is Tyler Chen, who spends his free time reading comics, playing tennis, and enjoys everything math and plans to major in it. Our next player is Eleanor Ford, who enjoys water sports like crew and sailing, also enjoys reading and spending time with friends and family, and plans to pursue a degree in business and marketing and hopes one day to live in Europe. We wish you luck with that. And wrapping up our team is Noah Hudson, who is a junior who enjoys reading and roller skating and enjoys understanding math and science and hopes to major in engineering. And that is our team from Princess Anne High School joining us today for this round of Battle of the Brains as well. And now our teams are going to play the category round, where each team will select one 10-question category from today's choices. If the team gets all of its questions correct in the allotted time, they'll receive a 20-point bonus. And teams, here are today's categories from which you may choose. They are begins and ends with N, fictional animals, and explorers. And we do note that in this round, only the captains can officially answer for the team, though they may confer with their teammates to try to come up with the correct answer. And the captain cannot defer to another player for the category. By the rules, the high score team gets first choice of category. That is our team from Ocean Lakes. So Clark, talk it over with your teammates. Let me know what category you would like to play.
We'll take begins and ends with N, please.
All right, from the specific clues, give these words that begin and end with the letter N. The first is William the Conqueror was one.
Norman?
That is correct. A word for a person, place, or thing.
Noun?
Correct. Someone aged 90 to 99.
Nonagenarian.
Nonagenarian?
That is correct. A noble gas.
Neon?
Correct. Ivy League University in Evanston, Illinois.
Northwestern?
That is correct. Impeached U.S. president.
Nixon?
Correct. A nerve cell.
Neuron?
Correct. The little corporal.
Napoleon.
Correct. Chief process of political conventions.
Nomination.
Yeah.
Nomination.
Correct. And finally, what the Japanese call their country.
Nippon.
That is correct, and that is a sweep of the category, a 20-point bonus for our team from Ocean Lakes. And now our team from Princess Anne High School will either play fictional animals or explorers. Tyler, talk it over with your teammates.
We'll take fictional animals.
All right, give the common name for the type of fictional animal described by each of the following. The first is Little Mermaid's Sebastian.
Crab.
Correct. The humble and terrific Wilbur.
Pig.
Correct. Gary on SpongeBob SquarePants.
Snail.
Correct. Hagrid's pet Aragog.
Spider.
Correct. Aslan, the ruler of Narnia.
Lion.
Correct. Dora the Explorer's Swiper.
Fox.
Correct. Singers Alvin, Simon, and Theodore.
Chipmunks.
Correct. Black Beauty.
Horse.
Correct. The Jungle Book's Baloo.
Panther.
That would be a bear. And Disney Princess Tiana.
Frog.
That is correct. Good job on the category round by both of our teams today. Up next, we'll have another toss-up round here on Battle of the Brains.
Battle of the Brains is always available. Find full episodes on YouTube and follow Battle of the Brains on social media. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores following the category round here on Battle of the Brains. The team from Ocean Lakes High School with 140 points and the team from Princess Anne High School with 95 points. And now it's back to Battle of the Brains and another toss-up round. But first, a reminder to our teams, you do lose points if you interrupt a question with an incorrect answer. The other team will then have a chance to answer, and they can wait to buzz in for the full question if they choose. And there's no conferring in the toss-up rounds. All right, teams, here we go. You may need your pencil and paper. What is the derivative of the expression x cubed plus 2x squared plus x? Clark.
3x squared plus 4x plus 1.
That is correct. A devil named Wormwood appears in the Screwtape Letters, a theological book by what? Robinson.
C.S. Lewis.
That is correct. By what author? In Homer's Odyssey, Telemachus is the son of what much-traveled Robinson?
Odysseus.
Correct. The Greek hero. In the game of baseball, what does a pitcher's ERA stand for? Clark.
Earned run average.
That is correct. The Folketing granted this region home rule in 1979, making it the largest dependent territory in the world. While governed by a prime minister, this region... Charlie.
Canada.
That is incorrect. I'll finish for Ocean Lakes. This region's state is the King of Denmark. Name this Arctic territory. Rohan.
Greenland.
That is correct, east of Baffin Bay. It's the world's largest island. He was a charismatic speaker and a strong opponent of fascism. Who was this 1953 Nobel Prize winner for literature and the Prime Minister of England during Noah.
Winston Churchill.
Correct. He was Prime Minister during most of World War II. In 1859, the first U.S. oil was successfully drilled in Titusville in what state? Clark.
Oklahoma.
That is incorrect. Princess Anne? Charlie?
Texas.
It was actually in Pennsylvania. The Battle of Tippecanoe, fought on the west bank of the Wabash River, is in 1811, occurred in what state? Eleanor?
Washington.
That is incorrect. Ocean Lakes? Clark?
Indiana.
That is correct. When Iraq invaded Kuwait in 1990, the United States led a military coalition in the first Gulf War. What was the code name for the Clark?
Desert Storm.
That is correct, for the military operation. What is the name for the usually slanted timbers supporting a roof? Robinson.
Arch.
That is incorrect. Princess Anne? Eleanor?
Eaves.
They're actually called rafters. Virginia has 10 telephone area codes. Name any 3 of them. Charlie.
757-737-727.
That is incorrect. Ocean Lakes?
757-802-349.
That is also incorrect. They are 276-434-540-571-686-703-757-804-826 and 948.
Vermouth.
What is the loss of water by a plant through its leaves called? Rohan.
Transpiration.
Correct. What is the name of the peer-to-peer digital currency created by Robinson?
Bitcoin.
That is correct, by Satoshi Nakamoto. What is the famous sports poem by Ernest Lawrence Thayer that begins, "The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine"? Noah?
Casey at the bat.
Correct, the Mudville Nine that day. Often used as an antiseptic and a flame retardant, it exists in the form of colorless crystals or a white powder that dissolves in water. Name this acid whose chemical formula is H3BO3. Tyler?
Beryllium acid.
That is incorrect. Ocean Lake? Clark?
Boric acid.
That is correct. All right, watch the monitor. Here's a member of the Brainy Bunch with a question for you.
What was the largest and wealthiest colony on the eve of the American Revolution?
Charlie?
Virginia.
That is correct. And that buzzer means one more toss-up left ahead and we'll double the point value. Stay tuned to see which team is today's winner, and we'll go on to the semifinals and we'll definitely earn scholarship money here on Battle of the Brains.
Love Battle of the Brains? Ready for your high school team to play next season? Go to battleofthebrains.net to learn more. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores now as we head into the final round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from Ocean Lakes High School with 240 points. Our team from Princess Anne High School with 115 points. Now, in this final toss-up round, the point score for a correct answer does double, but so does the penalty for an incorrect answer given before I finish the question. There is no deduction for an incorrect answer to a completed question. Good luck, teams. This is our final toss-up round. The three types of radiation occur when unstable atomic nuclei emit high-energy subatomic particles, and they're classified according to their ability to penetrate matter. Two of the types of radiation are alpha and beta. Tyler?
Gamma.
That is the third, yes. You may need your pencil and paper for this. Find the integral of the expression 3x squared plus 2x. Clark?
X cubed plus x squared.
That is correct. In Colorado, on November 29th of 1864, the Sand Creek Massacre was led by Colonel John M. Chivington against an essentially defenseless encampment of what two Indian tribes? Clark?
Navajo and Apache.
That is incorrect. Princess Anne? Noah?
Seminole and Comanche.
It was actually the Cheyenne and the Arapaho. What is the famous temple in Athens built atop the... Eleanor?
The Acropolis.
That is incorrect. I'll finish for Ocean Lakes. What is the famous temple in Athens built atop the Acropolis that is dedicated to that city's patron goddess Athena? Clark?
The Parthenon.
That is correct. What did the British colonists call the 7 Years' War that occurred between... Clark?
The French and Indian War.
That is correct, from 1754 to 1763. This industry develops, produces, and markets drugs for use as medications. Robinson?
Pharmaceutical.
The question is, spell pharmaceutical. Princess Anne? Eleanor?
Pharmaceuticals.
That is correct. Which NFL franchise has been located in Los Angeles, Oakland, and currently in Las Vegas? Charlie?
The Raiders.
Correct. You may need your pencil and paper for this one. Given that x equals 3, what is x cubed plus 5? Tyler?
32.
That is correct. It is about 200 miles wide and has a coastline of about 700 miles. Name this peninsula that separates the Gulf of Mexico from the Caribbean Sea. Clark?
Florida.
That is incorrect. Princess Anne? Tyler?
Yucatan.
That is correct. Ralph, Jack, Piggy, and Roger are characters on a... Clark?
Lord of the Flies.
That is correct, from the 1959 William Golding novel. What is the largest natural freshwater lake in the state of Virginia? Rohan?
Lake Drummond.
That's correct. What Japanese word is used to designate a stereo and video machine that provides words and music to sing to? Robinson?
Sub.
That is incorrect. Princess Anne? Tyler?
Karaoke.
That is correct. El Yunque is the only tropical rainforest operated by the U.S. Forest Service. On what island is it located? Rohan.
Puerto Rico.
Correct. This novel's title is misleading as the title character's descendants still exist and operate a casino in Bowler, Wisconsin. Name this 1826 historical novel by James Fenimore Cooper. Clark.
Last of the Mohicans.
That is correct. Name the President of the United States who assumed office after an 1881 assassination. Clark.
Chester A. Arthur.
That is correct. He assumed the position after James Garfield was shot and killed. The 1905 novel The Klansman by Thomas Dixon was the inspiration for what groundbreaking 1915 silent film by D.W. Griffith? Clark.
Birth of a Nation.
Correct. All right, for this, the first and last name is required. Which man is responsible for the settlement of what would become the state of Pennsylvania? Clark.
William Penn.
Correct. Going clockwise, this sea is bounded by Greenland, Iceland, and the Shetland Islands, and its namesake country. Identify this section of the North Atlantic Ocean named for a country. Tyler.
British Sea?
That is incorrect. Ocean lakes? Rohan?
Greenland Sea.
It's actually called the Norwegian Sea. And that buzzer is the end of our game. While our judges double check the final score, here's a reminder of how to stay connected with us here at Battle of the Brains.
Stay up to date on Battle of the Brains. Follow along as your favorite teams advance this season. Visit battleofthebrains.net to learn more and follow along at Battle of the Brains on social media. Join us next week on Battle of the Brains as we welcome students from Trinity Episcopal School playing against students from Blacksburg High School. Don't miss the action.
Now, here's the final score for today's match, determining which team will continue on in this season's competition and is guaranteed at least $2,500 in scholarship money from our $20,000 allotment. Finishing the match with a final score of 215 points, our team from Princess Anne High School. Great job today and all season by Charlie, Tyler, Eleanor, and Noah. Thanks for joining us for Battle of the Brains. Our winners today with a final score of 420 points, our team from Ocean Lakes High School. Congratulations to Rohan, Dax, Clark, and Robinson, and we will see you in the next round. Congratulations. I'm Cheryl Miller. Thank you so much for watching and playing along here on Battle of the Brains, and we'll see you back here next week. Great match, teams.
Game over. Thank you for watching Battle of the Brains, presented by Invest 529.